This lesson is about simplifying radical expressions. When working with square roots, it is best to practice to memorize the first 20 whole number square root facts, such as the square root of 0 is 0, the square root of 1 is 1, the square root of 4 is 2, the square root of 9 is 3, and so on. You want to memorize all the way through the square root of 400 is 20. With these facts memorized, it is easier to verbalize what a square root is. The square root of 25 means, what number squared is 25? And you know the answer is 5, because 5 squared equals 25. However, you need to keep in mind that there are actually two answers to a square root, because the square root of 25 is also negative 5. Because what number squared is what number squared is 25? Negative 5 squared is also 25. Thus, the square root of 25 is both 5 and negative 5. Therefore, square roots and squares are actually opposites. 5 squared is 25, and the square root of 25 is 5. We also often work with cube roots and fourth roots, etc. It is a best practice to memorize the first few cube roots and fourth roots as well. Here are the first 10 cube roots. Hit pause, write all of these facts down, and start practicing, perhaps while standing in line or driving in traffic. With these facts memorized, it is easier to verbalize what a cube root is. The cube root of 8 means, what number cubed is 8? And the answer is 2, of course, because 2 cubed is 8. Likewise, if I were to say, what is the cube root of 125? It means what number cubed is 125? And of course, 5 cubed is 125. Likewise, here are the first 5 fourth roots. Work on memorizing these facts as well. With these facts memorized, it is easier to verbalize what a fourth root is. For instance, the fourth root of 625 means, what number raised to the fourth power is 625? And the answer is 5, of course, because 5 to the fourth is 625. And of course, you could work with fifth roots, sixth roots, seventh roots. There's no limit. Now, there are some roots without whole number answers. In fact, most roots do not have whole number answers. And you can use a calculator to find decimal approximations for a root, such as the square root of 10 is 3.162277 ... with infinitely many decimals, because if you take that number and square it, it will equal exactly 10. And the cube root of 10 is 2.154434 ... because if you take that full number with infinitely many decimals and then cube it, it will equal exactly 10. Likewise, the fourth root of 10 is 1.778279 ... because if you take that full infinite decimal and raise it to the fourth power, it will equal exactly 10. So most roots have infinitely many decimals. Finally, you can take the root of a fraction. Taking the square root of a fraction might appear complicated, but the rule is quite simple. When you take the root of a fraction, take the root of the numerator and take the root of the denominator separately, and then simplify each separately. For example, the square root of 4/9, you actually square root 4 in the numerator and square root 9 in the denominator, and simplify each one separately, and you get 2/3. Likewise, for the square root of 25/81, square root the numerator, square root the denominator, simplify each separately, and the answer is 5/9. Go ahead and work on practicing all of these facts. You should know the first 20 square roots, the first 10 cube roots, and the first 5 fourth roots. With these facts memorized, you will have a much faster and easier time solving radical problems.